I'm very sure I have an addiction to pigeons. My dream is to be a national race winner. When I see me as an 80 years old man, I hope I was a big name.
This is Kobe. He's 24 years old and he's dedicated his life to pigeons.
It's not that I'm in love with them or something, but I'm very sure I have an addiction to pigeons. I can understand that it's a little bit out of the box or something that not a lot of people do. I see it as a compliment that it's maybe rare to some people.
Kobe's not like most young people. He knows what he wants to do with his life, and he's chosen to be a pigeon fancier.
A pigeon fancier is for me someone who loves pigeons, who wants to compete with them and who likes to win.
Okay, let's take a step back. When you heard the word pigeon, what did you see? Is it a dirty city bird on European streets that gets under your feet? Well, there are many people who see them very differently. Across Europe, there are more than 150,000 members of the International Pigeon Fanciers Federation. With 21,000 members, Belgium is the country with the highest number of members per capita. And that's why we're here. We want to see this pigeon world and we hope Kobe can show us. He currently lives at home with his parents. Along with his dad, he spends most of his time with his racing pigeons.
Nowadays, when it's top season, the 4 national races, I think me and my dad are always 5 hours on the loft. It's very busy. Working with my father is very exciting because we have the same passion, but it's also sometimes difficult because I have my own opinion and he also has his own opinion, but it's working quite well.
Inside Kobe's home, it's hard to miss he's the youngest in a dynasty of famous pigeon fanciers. By winning the last national race of the season this weekend, he hopes to live up to his family's reputation.
The Herbots family is very famous in the world of pigeon sport. It makes me feel very proud, but also a little bit nervous. The pressure motivates me to be as good as them with pigeons. My dream is really to be a national race winner.
Which is what Kobe's prepping for now, his last chance to win this season. One by one, he gets his birds from the loft. After a final bit of food and a quick health check, they're packed into boxes. Now they're ready to go. Next stop, it's the local, where pigeon fanatics from across the region assemble with their birds. It feels very much like we've arrived at the epicenter of this subculture. It's now Kobe's turn to hand in his pigeons. Each bird's tagged and registered for the race. Surrounding the scene are reminders of Kobe's family history.
So this is my granddad a lot of years ago, and this is my great-granddad.
It feels very good.
It's nice.
It's nice to have a family like this in the pigeon sport.
And a hobby over generations. It's very cool.
All the birds have been handed in, so there's nothing more for the fanciers to do but get a drink. Now we've entered this world, we had to ask Kobe something. How can people so passionate about pigeons keep them in cages and then race them for sport?
My birds get out every day without a leash, can fly like 50 kilometers away, so I don't see the cruelty of it, and I think they have a beautiful life. Every flight on a higher distance, you lost like 5 to 7% of your pigeons every race. I don't think we can feel guilty about it, because I think in nature also, when pigeons fly, they fly against a fence or a window or something like that.
It's the final day before the race, and Kobe's using the time to hang with his granddad at his uncle's home.
Hey. Hey opa, ça va?
Ja, dat is lang geleden.
Ja, dat is lang geleden.
Nee, lekker ander programma.
This is the uncle Yo Herbots. He's a world-famous pigeon breeder owning around 2,000 pigeons. We've met Raf, but here he is again. He's a pigeon vet who's working with some of Belgium's best pigeons, and we've seen helps his son Kobe too. And above them all is Kobe's granddad. The infamous Philip Herbots has won everything and is one of Belgium's most famous fanciers. These are the giants that cast a shadow over Kobe.
On one side, it's very good to be a Herbots because you are surrounded by a lot of people that knows a lot of pigeons. But on the other side, it's also negative because when you don't play good, they say like maybe he's not that a good pigeon fancier. And when you play good, it's
normal.
It's normal, yes.
I tried to motivate him every day. He come inside and he talk to me, hij spreekt bij mij. Zeg ik altijd kopen en niet afgeven. Want het is hoe het hier zit, zo komen de duiven ook.
Pigeon racing started in Belgium around 1800. It spread to neighbouring countries from there. But the pigeon-human connection's been going on much longer than that. From the pharaohs in 1200 BC, you can draw a historical timeline all the way to Kobe. And now, there's more money in pigeon racing than ever before. In 2019, this Belgian pigeon was bought for 1.6 million euros. A pigeon for 1.6 million euros. Kobe has his own VIP bird, a prolific breeder and father to some of Belgium's best racers. Meet Joff, the stud pigeon. Kobe reckons he's worth around 50,000 euros, which is why his loft's surrounded with CCTV. Yet Kobe's realistic about what he can achieve by just breeding pigeons.
The people that can live from the pigeon sport are maybe 0.5% of all the fanciers. So every money you put in the pigeons, you can win it back with your pigeons, then it's a very good season.
Welcome to race day. With wind and rain all morning, the atmosphere's tense.
I was not that nervous because I wasn't thinking they were releasing the pigeons today. But when I heard the pigeons were released, it was a little bit of a rush of adrenaline. 20,000 pigeons were released at 10 a.m. This morning in Châteauroux. Yeah. And now they're coming home, hopefully. But the weather is not that good, but we have confidence that it will be all right, I think.
The pigeons are flying back to lofts across Belgium from here, over 500 kilometers from Kobe's home. It's not about which pigeon arrives first, but which one flies fastest during the journey. This is their flight path back to Kobe's loft. And this is the most direct route by car. They're so quick that it was impossible for us to film the start and the end of the race. Amazingly, nobody knows how they find their way home. Checking his phone for the forecast isn't easing the mood. As the rain slows, people arrive to support the final race of the season. Facing towards the southwest, the group stare intensely into the sky, searching for the first pigeon to return.
Yeah, we are expecting any moment a pigeon, so that's why it's a little bit quiet, I think. Everybody is expecting a pigeon, so.
It may look like nothing, but this is one of the biggest moments in Kobe's year. The tension grows with each passing minute. And then, suddenly, chaos. Kobe's first pigeon has safely returned.
Yeah, another pigeon.
In the coming minutes, more fall from the sky and return to Earth, while Kobe and his dad escort them over the finish line.
That's what I like the most about the races, when they come home and they're like a plane or something.
Kobe's first pigeon came 35th out of 20,000. It's not the result he wanted to stamp his name on this sport, but it still helps continue his family's dynasty, and that's enough for now.
I think when my grandfather will see the result, he will be very proud of it, and that's something special to do.
Kobe must wait another year for the new racing season to start. Except he's already looking a lot further ahead than just next season.
When I see me as an 80-year-old man, I hope I was a big name, and maybe then at 80 also some of my sons or daughters will be a big name. I hope that will be the situation.
With more birds to wait for, Kobe's day isn't over yet. He was born into this world, and it doesn't look like he's ever going to leave.